Alright, this is a video to show off how I've prepared for my planned unassisted childbirth. It's pretty much just gonna be me and my husband. My mom's 2 minutes away. She lives 2 minutes away, so she'll be coming if I need anything. I am now this pregnant, so pretty far along. 39 weeks now, and definitely have that nesting energy and that drive to get it all ready. I'm getting ready to do this video just so that I can show you. Makes me really think through like where I wanted each thing and all the things that I had wanted to get done. So I spent the past few days just getting all of those things done, which has been obviously super helpful because, you know, I could go into labor any moment, and that's not gonna be the easiest time to like go ahead and do those things, especially because I want to really slow down and enjoy it and focus and relax. I'm gonna do hypno babies, music. I really like Abraham Hicks, different things like that I want to use to control my mind and to just experience it in the best way that I can. Anything from pain actually being, you know, picked up as intensity and not pain, all the way through pleasure, through orgasmic birth, whatever my body has in store for me. But I know that I have to get my mind in the right place in order to allow that. So I know for myself personally, I very much, as soon as I start to look to someone else, rely on someone else, include someone else, I kind of go into more of a childish mentality that I need other people to do things for me. And I know that that would really mess me up when I'm in a lot of potentially pain, a lot of intensity, possibly, you know, experiencing transition and feeling like I can't do it, etc. I don't want my mind reaching out to other people as if they could do something for me. I need to go into my body. So my goal in preparing my house is to try to make it as ready as possible so that I can just go into my body, have things on hand that I need, and have even minimal reason to even ask my husband to bring me things or that kind of thing. As I get closer into it, I'd like him nearby. I'd really like him to witness the birth of his first child and to have that continuity, see where it actually comes from, not just like call him in and hand him a baby that appeared while he was gone, just as long as he can handle it. So he has sensory issues, and if I'm really loud or it's really messy, those kinds of things, we're not sure quite how he's going to respond. But one of the things that we actually just took down, because we have a storm right now, it's supposed to be a tornado warning, just really big storms came and went, maybe more today, but he usually has a tent outside just because he likes to sleep in a tent. He's like a little kid, he likes to just make his own space and sleep in a tent, which is pretty cool. So that will, it's a pop-up tent. He's just going to put it back up when the storms pass. And that will give us the ability to give him a separate space. I know that I'm going to have to go into this and do it from beginning to end, but I want my support people to be as rested as possible. I've been the support person, and I've been a doula many times. I've helped my friend with an unassisted birth, and I've been the person who like really should have slept more and really should have taken care of myself a little bit more, because it's really exhausting. And I'm not going to be much good for other people in their birth if I've been awake for 24 hours. Both my mom and my husband need to take care of themselves. So when I go into labor, my plan is to pretty much tell everybody, including myself, to lay low, get some sleep, you know, that sort of thing. And I'll let them know when I need them. So he has the ability to go out into his tent if I'm pacing the house, and, you know, just, we don't have any other bedroom. You'll see how small my house is, which we really love. And having the tent and his own little space he's created out there is really beneficial to us. So that's one thing that not necessarily we did to prepare for the birth, but is really going to come in handy, I think, if I labor for a while, or in the middle of the night and, you know, he needs to get some sleep. So let's see. So first off, the layout of my house. This is pretty much a view from the back wall of my house. To the side here is my kitchen, and it's pretty small, but it's perfect size for us. To that side is the living room. I've got, you can see the pads here that I have so that I can lay them out if I come in here to labor. And then you can see the stairs, it literally just leads up to a, hope I don't make people sick. I don't know what I'm doing. Up to a little loft area. My husband's up there playing video games and clacking away while I make a video and pretend like he's not listening, because it makes me really self-conscious and then I can't concentrate. Anyway, he's not up there listening. Okay, so if you go through here, that is my bedroom. And then to the left is the bathroom and laundry room and a back door. And that's our house, that's it. There's no other room. There are 2 closets here behind the couch. Doors right here, 2 closets where we have stuff, but one of them's full of extra blankets and towels, but I've got most of the blankets and towels I think we could possibly need already out. So out here we have a massive, thanks to my mom, a massive Costco box of extra pads. So these are extra large for, you know, puppies, and only about this big, which will be great. This is what I've used and seen used in hospitals and used at home births, etc. Definitely, I put down, you know, we have something waterproof and then many layers on top. And then, you know, if mom has water break or, you know, has bowel movement, etc., you just scoop, you know, the top layer up, whatever was affected, and throw it into a bag. And then you lay down more if you need more, or if you're really in the middle of it, there are more layers. So that's one of the main things that I use for like keeping, you know, the worst of messes easily cleaned. And that's my plan kind of for messes. So I have them all over the house. I've got them set out. So here's some for the living room. Obviously the box is right here in the middle of the living room. I don't think I'm gonna go up to the office. I haven't gone up to the office in a while for more than just like getting something, because stairs are like hard. And as small as this house is, like sitting up there at my desk and then having to come all the way down here and go in there and go to the bathroom and then walk all the way back up. By the time I get back up there, I have to pee again. So it's just not worth it. I now do all of my operating from my kitchen table here. This is where I've done all my art and paid all my bills and did all the writing and paperwork and all that sort of thing for birth prep, which I'll show you. So one thing here in the kitchen before we move on is you can kind of see on my kitchen, my refrigerator, we write notes on the fridge. And I'm usually the one in charge of bills. So what I did was I put a list of what the bills are and when they're due and how much they are. And I put it on a magnet on there. Also, my car payment will need to be paid on like by the 11th, so it needs to be sent off no later than like, I always pay it like the 1st. And I went ahead and did that because that's my thing. So I filled out the check and all of that, put it in an envelope. We just need to get a stamp. And that way, if I'm in labor or postpartum or whatever, that's something that he can take care of without a lot of interaction from me. He can help me make sure the bills get paid. I'm very practical minded. Like I said, I've done this, I've done hospitals, I've done births with people, etc. I don't want to upset anyone, etc. I will talk about the possibility of transfer because it's a possibility, and I sure as hell don't want to be unprepared in the case of a transfer or in the case of my death. I want to make sure that, you know, those things are taken care of. I recently had a run-in with defects and that sort of thing. The unassisted birth that I did, I caught this little girl when she was born and lived with her mom, just the two of them, just a few doors down. And when her mom was not able to speak for herself and in the hospital, she had always expressed that she'd named us godparents, and she'd always expressed verbally that she wanted us to take over custody of her daughter. And when the time came that she was in the hospital and somebody needed to watch her daughter, we brought her daughter with us, and the police let us do that. But then DFACS was here asking all these questions, just asking, you know, do you have anything written that says that you're the godparents? Anything written that says that she would want you to take custody? Like, do you have anything? And we didn't, because we had talked about it a lot. The little girl was 9 months old. We'd talked about it literally since, you know, before her birth. And so I don't know if that would have changed anything, but it definitely frustrated me that we hadn't created some kind of document. So she got swept up in the system. She's in the system now, and just not a pleasant situation. So I definitely want to make sure that my wishes are known, and that in the case of an emergency, I've spoken for myself. Not anything complicated, just obviously my husband, but if he's not able to take care of the baby or has to, you know, go off and find himself, whatever happens, we have, you know, a document saying that, you know, we wish for my mom to take over, because she'll know the baby and she knows my wishes and his wishes and all of that very clearly. She's been living with us 2 minutes away, spending all of our time taking care of us through the pregnancy and all of that jazz. So we have lots and lots of conversations with her. She'll be our birth support person and our emergency person and all of that. So anyway, let me show you the stuff I have here. So again, just, you know, if you're the kind of person that gets easily triggered and upset, just, you know, skip forward. But I'm practical and this stuff is important. So here on the wall, on the way to my bedroom from this area, so if my mom is here, my husband's out in the tent. If my mom is here, this is, you know, the connecting passageway. So it's close to the bedroom. It's also close to where, if they're not disturbing me, but they're really like nervous or freaked out about something, here's like everything that they could need. So they don't have to take that energy into me and like ask me about things that they're worried about, etc. So, you know, we have all of these printouts of what to do if the shoulders are stuck, conditions for an emergency transfer, what's really like actually an emergency, breech birth, bleeding and hemorrhaging, baby not breathing. These are my instructions. I really, really, really don't want an ambulance or anybody or anything unless like absolutely have to. So these are my steps that I want people to go through. This gives them the login information for my Facebook and the groups that I would like them to post to, and just tell everybody what's going on and ask for advice. So I've seen other people's partners do that when their partner is in labor and they're worried. And I feel like it's really valuable, and it helps us, you know, talk to the husband or whoever through it, and helps them maybe get to a better place to be more supportive, etc. And then I also have, you know, someone that I trust who is a midwife that I think would communicate really well with my husband in particular, and to message or call her, and I have her information on here as well. Again, these are ways for my support people to get support, because I don't want them turning to me for support. I will be busy, you know, giving birth. And then I have little cards, and on there talking about food. So here are my food ideas of things that they can make for me if I'm like, I just need some kind of carb. Like, I don't have to express things very clearly. They can come out here and look at a list and like pick something and find it and make it for me and bring it to me and see if it helps. So there's that. And I may might add more things to my wall or not. Right now this is what I have. So let's keep moving back into my birthing space. So I have a feeling I might end up spending a lot of time laboring in the bathroom. So I have things in there. I've got this big pad set up here. It expands out trifold into a really big thing that if I'm for some reason just want to lay down in the bathroom, they can make me up a quick pad to sleep on, or I can make myself a quick pad to sleep on that's out and ready. I have in the bathroom, let's see, I've got toilet paper, paper towels, more pads, and then I've got other things I might need for like postpartum, like witch hazel and squirt bottle for cleaning. Obviously, I have the bathtub, so you don't need that noise. Those sorts of things, so just some little things in there that I thought I might appreciate having if I end up spending a lot of time in the bathroom. I might just have to build myself a little nest in there and hang out, because I already have to pee like every 10 seconds. So I can't imagine it getting better when there's actually a baby coming out. But on into my bedroom space. Let's see. This gives you a little better view. The acoustics might be off if I'm in the room and you're not. Bring you in. Okay, so down here I have things that that I might need. So this is, again, in case of an emergency, in case of a transfer, this is my go bag. It doesn't really have anything in it right now. I have a blanket that I have slept with and stuff, because I have it in here because if anything were to happen and the baby were to end up in, you know, somewhere cold and sterile, I think they usually can let you put something in there that smells like you. That's just in case they do. I have instructions for my go bag, which essentially says to take my normal like purse and traveling stuff. That's just a compact bag that I keep on my bed, and to put it in there. I don't want my water bottles or things that I would have to sterilize when we get back, because I don't want to bring hospital germs back. I don't want my purse and things just set on the floor like in a hospital, etc. So I want it all in here. In the bag is also my like living will letter of intent and a birth plan. I just literally took the demo from a midwife's thing and scratched out the part talking about making one, and just, you know, underlined some stuff and made some notes and signed it, and good enough. I don't plan on going to a hospital. If I do, this should suffice. I've got an extra bucket, a trash can that's like lined with plastic. I'm gonna line the other bucket as well. Figure this one will be for puke. I have like a birth kit. Some of these things were passed down. I do have these passed down to me for cutting the cord if we choose to do it this way. I don't really have a plan, but I know a lot of options and plan to do it however is right. I have medical gloves. I've been an EMT. I had this whole box. My husband uses them to like clean out the cat litter box and stuff. He doesn't, he's sensory, has sensory issues. He doesn't like touching things. So I have them in here because obviously if he's helping me with stuff, he's probably gonna feel better if he can put on some gloves before helping me with messy things. So I don't think that it's necessary for myself or the health of the baby to have my husband wear gloves. I believe that he and I share bacteria. We live in the same place, and he'll be part of indoctrinating our baby into the world of bacteria, healthy bacteria, diverse bacteria. But it's genuinely completely for his comfort. If he needs to do something gross, he's probably gonna wanna wear gloves. So Not the same. Lots of pads and things in here that I might need, like bigger than the puppy pads. And then also lots of like pads, like underwear pads for postpartum, that sort of thing. I have got a stockpile of towels. I literally like spent months going to yard sales and thrift stores and that sort of thing and buying, if they had, especially anything white that I could imagine like just throwing down as a layer, and it was like $1 or $2, then I just stocked up on blankets and waterproof mats, and like I have like a crib sheet that's waterproof for like, you know, potty training or overnight overflow, that kind of thing. And like I plan on just, like I've said, if they make me a bed in the kitchen, or in the kitchen, I'm not laboring in the kitchen that I know of. If they make me a pad in the bathroom, that would be a great thing, because it's a perfect small size, like a toddler bed, you know, completely waterproof cover to put underneath or on top of like the mat, and then I could put Chuck's pads on top. Again, just in the end, I could literally throw it away, because it's, God, probably cost me like 50 cents. Shopping, you know, really frugally. Obviously I have the yoga ball, which I did inflate because I've gained like 80 pounds, so I had to make it stronger. I've got extra water, and it's just filtered water. More paper towels. I've got paper towels everywhere, and this is obviously my baby station. Once it's no longer covered in birthing stuff, it will be where I change the baby. And keep all of their clothes and all of that. So, come on into my bedroom. I hope I'm not making a ton of you sick with like motion sickness here. And then I gotta kind of hope I am. I'm evil like that. So this is my bed, and you can see that the cat has made a nice little indentation showing you where I sleep. I have a heating pad. I have the white bucket here that, let's see, there, that I figured I'd probably use for a puke bucket. I've got coconut oil in it and more paper towels. I also have another copy of all of those emergency sheets. So if we're in here, nobody has to run out there. I've got like shoulder stuck, you know, kind of emergency information for all of us. And I have lots of snack bars, lots of things to eat, and all of my creature comforts for when I'm all of my water bottles, all of my pillows, my whole pillow family, and got a stack of blankets, a couple waterproof ones, again like really, really cheap, and then like a warm one on top if we need it. And then I have, this is my, let's see, that's not working. Again, just the things that I like use to sleep anyway. We have an AC unit in here because I'm hot all the friggin' time, and a fan just for white noise and stuff. The way that I listen to Hypno Babies is with an older phone, a phone that I like had a couple generations ago that that I don't have service on anymore, but I can get on Wi-Fi, and I have all of the any downloads on it and stuff. So I have all my Hypno Babies tracks downloaded on that, and then I have a Bluetooth headset that I just can put it on and listen to my Bluetooth headset and just like be in my own zone without affecting anybody else. So I plan to do that. That's how I've been listening to Hypno Babies. I plan to do that as much as I need to. I can also use the Bluetooth headset to listen to my iPad if I like wanted to distract myself or something. Or either of them I could get on to YouTube and listen to Abraham Hicks, or I don't know, whatever my heart desires at the time. So yeah, this is my birthing space, and I just hung this. I love it. I've got like a warm robe and then like just a cool robe, and then just the clothes that I wear that are the most comfortable. And those are the ones that pretty much I put on my instructions for my go bag that just to grab like literally all of those things and some flip-flops and some warm socks. And that, you know, if I'm at a hospital and I get to wear my own clothes or I'm headed home, that those are probably gonna be the things that I would want. Again, I'd probably prefer not to get them while Jeremy from the hospital, but if they're in my own bag and I bring them, then you know, shouldn't be too bad. Again, I don't think any of that will happen, but I am prepared in case that it does. I can focus on myself and my team, my mom, my husband, and you know, it's not just my mom who lives 2 minutes away. She lives with my dad and my brother, who's a grown man who can come and help as well, and his best friend Andy, who is a grown man who loves to help us out with things as well. So I do have a team if I need people for anything. I mean, they can come and haul me off physically if they need to, if that might be faster than an ambulance or whatever. So I think that that's about it. Again, I'm doing this like half for you and half for me, maybe totally for me. Making myself do this video has really put me in gear for the past few days at least. I mean, I've been preparing obviously for a while, but when I decided I wanted to do this video like the end of last week, I really started getting myself together and putting all of these things in the right places so that I could show them, and that is where I need them when I go into labor. So it was really necessary. Just to show you a little bit more of my room, and I plan on having actually like the camera here, and I have a remote control hanging from it. It's just right here, so I can take my own photos if I'm alone. I can just set it to record and get footage if I'm alone. Aiden doesn't really want to have camera on him. He would be too self-conscious and not like participating. So lots of different possibilities and lots of different options. And oh, I just wanted to show you that I also have on the other side of the room this gigantic mirror. Hello, self. Which is, I think it'll be cool to have during labor, and lots of other things in life. I need to do like a tour of my house and just explain why I designed it all the way that I did, because a lot of thought and intention was put into all the things that I've done. Oh, and one more thing that I wanted to show you is, let's see. So this is the only room I haven't showed you. This is my laundry room. And this is where we keep all of our clothes and stuff, which is really nice because I can just do the laundry and then hang stuff like my husband's lovely underwear up to dry and then fold it and just put it in right here because we have a washing machine and dryer right here. And this is the kitty's closet where all of her kitty things are, and litter box and unlimited food. This is not supposed to be a house tour for us. Okay, so this is my standing freezer, and I wanted to show you this because I can't eat healthy right now, but I still cook and I still really want to eat healthy. So I pretty much just spent like the past 2 trimesters just cooking a ton of food and then sectioning it off and putting it in here. And when baby comes, get the camera off of this. Okay, so when baby comes, I have a freezer full of food that my husband can help just like pop in the microwave, thaw for me, etc. So, you know, here's more like ingredients. These are my crappy foods that saved my life when I feel really awful. Wish that my life was full of fresh fruits and vegetables, but it cannot be. So BF is breastfeeding. So these are my breastfeeding meals that I made. These are breastfeeding carbs, and these are breastfeeding proteins, and these are the foods I made for my husband that I have to constantly keep restocking. On the sides behind the okra, I have just layers and layers of muffins and mini cheesecakes and all sorts of things that I made to specifically fit into my dietary restrictions that I would like to observe when the baby is born, because I've seen far too many babies have a really hard time with mom's diet, and I've seen far too many moms try to figure out how to suddenly change their whole life and change their diet once they have a baby who has like rashes or colic or bloody stool, and I want to be prepared for that ahead of time. And before I got pregnant, I couldn't eat gluten and dairy and all of those things without having my own problems. And then once I got pregnant, it all like kind of changed, and like vegetables really messed me up, and all of the foods that messed me up before, like, you know, gluten, carbs, and dairy, etc., are pretty much the only thing that make me sane. So I don't know what to expect postpartum. I don't know how quickly my immune system might kick back in with like autoimmune issues, but I plan on just trying to aim for eating as healthy as possible right out of the gate. Try to lose some of this like 80 pounds I'm carrying on like everything. I'm huge, and everything is huge and heavy, and it's exhausting. So that is my long, rambly, conversational, inefficient demo of all of my birth prepared stuff. So this is how I have prepared for my unassisted birth. And yeah, ready, and 39 plus 2 right now, and only a week. I got big old belly, which I've shown you through the whole video. And yeah, baby is hanging down way low, making me pee every, like, I'm surprised I lasted long enough to make this video. I have to pee all the time. And yeah, I think that's it. Thanks for joining me, and I hope this helped. I feel like it's a little more helpful than a list. If you have any recommendations or thoughts, please share them and let me know. And can't wait to see what you guys think.